Hey you, yeah you who clicked on this video. Thanks for giving our channel a shot. And if you will, please do us the honor of watching the video all the way through. Appreciate it. Now onto the video. So are you ready for some sci-fi horror? Well, From might have what you're looking for. Let's get into it. So what is From? From is a sci-fi horror series that's on Epix, and it is produced by the Russo brothers. Anybody knows the Russo brothers are the architects and mostly the directors of the MCU as you know them, all up until Avengers Endgame. So they basically produced the best of the MCU. So from Captain America Civil War all the way up until Avengers Endgame, the Russo brothers are responsible for that. Now, that being said, this new show From that's on Epix is basically a series set in an unknown Midwestern town, in which basically once you enter the town, you can't escape. So if you drive into the town, you can drive the roads as much as you want. You're always going to end up back in the entrance of the town. And this series is starring Harold Perrineau as Boyd Stevens, the sheriff of the town. You know Harold Perrineau from series like Sons of Anarchy, Oz, Lost, the original Lost. He played Michael in that. And Romeo and Juliet with Leonardo DiCaprio, where he played Mercutio. So he's got the pedigree, and he's just a really great actor. I've always liked Harold Perrineau in almost every role that I've ever seen him in. Also, you got Ian Bailey as Jim Matthews, one of the new arrivals to the town with him and his family, with Catalina Cedino Moreno as his wife, Tabitha. And somebody that I haven't seen in a while, Sean Majumder, is Father Katri. Now, that name might not mean anything to you, but it means a lot to me because he was in Cedric the Entertainer's sketch comedy series, Cedric the Entertainer Presents. And I was trying to place him through all three of the first three episodes of this series, and it finally dawned on me as to where I knew him from. So that's just, an Easter egg for me and anybody that was a fan of the short-lived, I think it was only 2 seasons of Cedric the Entertainer Presents. Now, that being said, what is this? What is the tone of the show? Well, the tone is very, very dark. Essentially, the people in this town have all gotten it by the same means. As far as I can tell, nobody has ever been born in this town, but rather you come to the town and then you can't escape. And if that wasn't bad enough, at night, these creatures that take the form of human beings come out and they hunt people. And the only way in order for a person to stay safe is by hanging a talisman in their home and staying indoors, staying away from windows, and not allowing them to come in. Similar to like a vampire. But the difference is that these creatures basically, the way it's described is that they get in your head and try to convince you to let them in or invite them in so that they can devour your inside. So in this town, it's very clear that to survive, one needs to follow the rules. And that's where Harold Perrineau's Boyd Stevens comes in. As the sheriff, he basically enforces the rules. He's essentially a de facto mayor. Now, the town is split up into 2 parts. You either live in town or you live in Colony House. And Colony House is run by a lady named Donna. It's basically like a hippie commune, if you could think of such a thing, where everybody lives in the same place and they're protected by one talisman that protects this giant plantation house on the outskirts of town. And when a family comes into town, or I guess they're drawn into town and can't leave, they have to pick whether or not they're going to live in town and their own home or in Colony House. Now, what makes this interesting, besides the conundrum that one finds oneself in once you enter the town, is that once you're there are a set of rules that you need to follow in order for everyone to stay safe. And essentially those rules are that, you keep the doors and windows closed at night. You don't endanger anybody else, so that, everybody can stay safe throughout the night. Now, there are certain things about this from a logical perspective that don't really make much sense. And then there are certain things that I understand, like for instance, once a family comes in, of course, you can't, I guess, in the mind of the townspeople, you can't really just outright tell them that there's no way to leave. So you basically let them drive around and around until, finally the law enforcement puts down like a spike strip and basically disables their vehicle, and then you tell them what's going on and you get them into a dwelling before the sun goes down. Obviously this is illogical, but I guess it provides extra drama for the series. Now, how's the acting in this? It's actually done really well. The acting from almost every character is really good, except, unfortunately, and this is something that happens in a lot of series, some of the child actors are a little flat and unbelievable, and like I said, that happens, but in particular, the daughter of the Matthews, Julie Matthews, she plays a very irritating teenage character, so she does that well, but there are portions where you can tell that the direction wasn't there as far as directing her performance. Now, the cast, you can tell that a lot of these people are expendable and will be dying outside of the main cast, and that's to be expected. Now, the dialogue I find really good. The conversations isn't too heavy or forced or ham-fisted, so that's a good thing. The action sequences and special effects on this are actually done really, really well. You can tell that they put money into this. And so, I like that. I like the suspense that's going on. Now, a lot of the production staff from this come from Lost, so you'll definitely be able to see elements of that particular series in this show. I'm really interested to see where this goes. If I had to put a number on the first 3 episodes, I would definitely give it an 8.5 out of 10, and I'm definitely going to be tuning in next week to see where this story takes us. So that being said, guys, that'll be it for this video. We'll see you on the next one. 8-Bit Heroes out. Peace. Want to give a big 8-Bit Heroes welcome to David Lee, one of our newest subscribers and members of the 8-Bit Heroes family. Big shouts out to you. If you'd like to get a shout out on the channel, then hit that like button, maybe share it with a couple of friends, and do us the biggest honor of all, and subscribe to the channel so you can join the 8-Bit Heroes family. And while you're at it, hit that bell icon so you can be notified when our new videos come out.